And we can welcome over YouTube, although fair warning, you're going to see this very late compared to when I record it, because we've just been talking about the week-long break I was taking on YouTube. That wasn't as any kind of like screw you people who watch on YouTube thing, for the record. That is purely because I'm literally trying to clear out the system. My videos aren't shown to my subscribers. I know for a fact if you don't post for a little while, it does a, hey, so-and-so posted the first video they've done in a little while. And you might need to not post for longer than a week rather, it might be a month. I'm giving a week a try just to see if it makes any difference. If it doesn't, so what? ZHXA7FBY is the seed we've started with. Is that the good one? Oh, yeah. It is the good target thingy, because if it was the bad one, we'd be firing automatically. And Pandora's box on floor 1. Okay. The marked target, or whatever it's called, that does more damage, the sequential hits you land on something is really good. Especially if you don't have a spammy hit rate, which we don't, because we have a 16 tier rate. So for once, it's not that bad that we have a bad tier rate. Keybagger? Risky get. Also annoying get. At least your hair looks cool. That's true, it does kind of look cool. So chat, I am going to regale you with my tale of how my New Year's Eve Hogmanay for the Scottish inclined went. And I'm eager to hear how yours went as well, if you did anything particularly special or if you just slept through it. I'm fine with hearing about that as well. One of my New Year's resolutions was not be more positive because I'm Scottish, so I can't be. But I didn't particularly want to... Ooh, we want bombs. I forgot it was a double floor as well. Oh hey, we had bombs. I didn't particularly want to get knee-deep in negative stuff, but obviously if you've been paying attention to my Twitter, you'll know that Sora is not well. Something's up with her. So the way it went was, went to bed last night about... Ooh, it was about 11:30. I didn't start getting to sleep until like 1:45 because I was watching the end of a YouTube video. Point was just about drifting off to sleep. I hit midnight and I thought, well, the winds are really strong, so they probably won't bother doing any fireworks. It was like the sky exploded. So, shows what I know. So that woke me up again from the brink of sleep, which was very annoying. Sora was pretty fine. I really shouldn't have taken Keybagger, I'm never going to get any keys. Sora was pretty fine. I could tell she was kind of like stirring because I was listening with my eyes closed for what she was doing. I could hear like every time one went off she stirred a little bit. She never came running, she never jumped on the bed. She took it really well, I would say. Is the fair description I would give for how she reacted to the sky sounding like it was on fire. I was genuinely surprised it was as loud as it was. It's the most fireworks I've heard for quite some time. So anyway, that's fine. Drifted off to sleep however long after that. Probably didn't take that long. And all was well until 4 in the morning when I woke to the sound of Sora retching on my bed. I think she'd either gotten up on the bed already and was sleeping up there with me, I don't know. Or she jumped up onto the bed and maybe that's what woke me up. Either way, she was retching, and anyone will know from experience if you have a dog, you know what they do if they're about to throw up. Their whole body kind of retches and their stomach contracts and they make a really disgusting but specific sound. So I was like, okay, she's gonna throw up. Luckily I managed to like get up just in time enough to throw her off my bed. I don't mean like throw her across the room, I just mean like ease her off onto the floor. So she threw up on my bedroom floor. I don't know why. She didn't eat anything abnormal. She has been off her food a little bit the past few days. She gets phases where she's like that, but this is the first time she's been sick while having one of those phases. And she's been sick once before, a few days ago. Like, I think that's the second time she's been sick in about 5 days. So anyway, as I was cleaning up the sick at 4 AM, she went through to the office. I thought to like pee, because that's usually what she gets me up for in the night, is to let her out to pee. No, she went through there and then she threw up a little bit more, a couple more times. Just kind of like left over, though. It wasn't as big as they meant she did in the... It was worth it! I will take both, why not? Not as much as she did in my bedroom, unfortunately, and that was fun cleaning that up at 4 AM. Thank you, Lord MOC, for 30 months in a row. Hello to you too. Happy New Year. So anyway, today, after that, well, same day because it started at 4 AM, I guess, she didn't touch any of her food. I only left biscuits out for her because I thought maybe the meat was... something was wrong with the meat, just as a guess. I don't know. She didn't touch anything. I did test her with human food. I have these cheese crackers I snack on sometimes, and she's really into them. So I was like, hey, do you want some of them? Just to test if she would eat anything. And if she did, whether or not it wreaked havoc with her stomach. She took some of the crackers off me. Nothing untoward's happened. She hasn't thrown up today again since then, so far. So it isn't that she doesn't want to eat at all, because she also stole a bit of beef jerky I dropped on the floor. I forgot about that. And then in the evening there, I threw some meat into her biscuits, and she mostly ate the meat. She kind of ate the biscuits, but I don't think that's because the biscuits are bad. Oh, that's a perfectly fair room. I think it's because she associates the biscuits with her puke now, because there was a few biscuits in the puke. Which is a little unfortunate. So she has eaten today, but she hasn't eaten very much. And I couldn't phone the vets today because they're closed on New Year's Day, which is an additional source of stress, because I'm obviously worried. I'm going to phone them tomorrow first thing when they open, see if I can get her seen tomorrow. And kind of just go from there. Because this, although it seems worse now because she's throwing up, it's not the first time she's gone off her food, kind of almost at random. So it does kind of imply there's an underlying issue that hasn't been discovered yet. And I'm also thinking ahead to wanting to get her fixed as well, and she's so stressed out by almost literally anything outside of the house. The thought of having to leave her with a vet overnight, and then her having an operation, and then having to wear one of those stupid neck braces for like a week, I don't know if she'd be able to cope with that. Like, I genuinely am not sure how she'd react. Well, she's not going to like it because no dog likes it, but I worry that she'd handle it even worse than normal. So I'm not sure, but either way I still have to get her checked out because she's throwing up, and that's obviously not normal. Speaking of which, it's very possible she might throw up what she ate earlier, so if I have to pause the stream to go clean up puke, that's something that's going to have to happen. Hopefully it'll be nothing... Ah, I got the key off you little prick. Hopefully it's going to be nothing too bad. Well, yeah, I know acute stress can cause that, but as I say, the fireworks didn't really mess her up. She also has never thrown up outside, and she gets very stressed on walks. Yet she's never done it then. She didn't seem particularly stressed when she did it last night, because I assume she was sleeping. I don't know what the hell she was doing prior to waking me up, but I assume sleeping. And that other time she kind of puked, it was first thing in the morning and she was fairly relaxed. It is possible that maybe the fireworks did stress her out, but if they did, she didn't let it be known at the time, is all I can say. She seemed to handle it very well. It was New Year's Eve. Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. There was a lot of fireworks. I really should have opened the shop. There's a lot of fireworks, she was fine. She did a hell of a lot better than Maya does with fireworks. Although Maya's so old now, she's basically going deaf, so she can't really hear them anymore, so she doesn't get stressed out by fireworks much anymore. But I'm hoping it's nothing serious, because obviously I did Google it, and when you Google anything, and this is whether you're Googling a health issue for your pet or yourself, or... see, I've got this funny bit of dry skin in my hand. I'm going to Google what that is. Oh, it's cancer. It's like if you Google something, you always find the worst possible result first. So I should really not Google anything, but I Googled like what makes dogs go off their food and found various reasons, some minor, some very major. You torture yourself doing that stuff. I have to go to the vet and check. Yes, never Google symptoms. If you think you're ill, go to the doctor. If you think your pet's ill, go to the vet. And yet I still do because I can't help it. I'm trying to make Death's List work for me here. It's a good way to get stat increases. Oh, Demon Baby though is going to wreck it like he did there. Hello, Don Tombury. I'm happy to hear you're not dead. For now, anyway. Unless you become a problem. So how did everyone else spend their New Year's? I'm sure it wasn't as stressful as mine. You googled a runny nose a while ago and found out that your brain can spontaneously leak out your nose sometimes. Why would you tell a hypochondriac that? This is revenge for getting you addicted to Warframe. Hello, Please of Cake. Happy New Year to you. This is probably going to take... Well, she's a big target though, so as long as I focus on not doing what I just did, we'll be fine. It doesn't take long to max out the damage bonus from this though, which is a bit sucky. This is the Gurdy that only spawns, so as long as I keep the pops under control. It's not taking quite as long as I thought, although it doesn't feel like 7.73 damage. Did get a deal with the devil. Thank you, SudokuKu12, for taking my Bits Cherry of the Year. Have some bits to kick things off. Oh, I'm gonna... Oh, of course it's Krampus. I'm gonna kick 2019 in the teeth if it starts off badly. And 2017 was a bit sucky. Lots of well-known people died. 2018, Oh good, yeah, payout was something that I need a key to open. I should never have picked up. Key, maybe I can get into a shop via the secret room. You were trying to keep your very large German Shepherd at ease? Oh, it can't be here. It's very, very, very unlikely to be here, but... Didn't think so. Hey, and thank you, Dan PD, for 2 months in a row. Only 2 more months until Baby Bayet gets a little brother or sister. Wait, did I say 2 months in a row? I did, because you said 2 more months. 16 months in a row, which is almost a year if I do my maths correctly, which I'm pretty sure I have, because why wouldn't I? I'm going to have to remember to call it the towel, but I might not remember. And thank you, Plixion, as well, for a whole year, which is almost 2 whole years of subbing with Twitch Prime. This run is oh, Mikey! This run is starting to meander a little bit because we've not had any good items in our item rooms. If we didn't start with the whatever the target item is called, we probably would have died by now. Although I would have had a bit more HP because I wouldn't have taken the risk on Demon Baby and Death's List if we didn't have a good item. Might have went the Angel Deal route, see what happens. They only slightly hurt. Oh, that's a plus point. Yeah, you can't really use Death List against enemies who spawn enemies and then spawn more enemies when they die. The first thing to look forward to this year is the Resident Evil 2 remake. It's out this month. I have high hopes that it will not suck. No Demon Baby, no. We can make Deathless work for us. Oh crap, we actually did. What did it give us? We got +1 damage, that's fantastic. You finished your first room roll currently. Now when you say finished, do you mean you won or do you mean mass murder? Any keys in her mind. Also thank you Elblight333 for 19 months in a row. Almost hitting that 1 year. Happy New Year to all. Oh, Phelan. You won. Now when you say won, do you mean morally or literally? You went off into space. That sounds like you won. How many people present? Because I am curious about this genuinely, so don't be ashamed if you did this. How many people in chat just got shit-faced for New Year? Just absolutely shit-faced. And are nursing one hell of a hangover. Or if you don't get hangovers, just how many of you got really drunk? Shit-faced means drunk. Like very, very drunk. Average Irish person drunk. Only minor drunkenness, okay. You're teetotal, fair enough. You're getting over a cold, alright. Felner hasn't been shit-faced in decades, well that's because you have Warframe to take its place. You don't need physical drugs and alcohol when a game can be a drug or an alcohol. Don Tombury can't drink because he's on medication for his stupid lung infection, like some kind of baby. A few glasses of beer. You're working overnight. Not shit-faced, but you was on your way. Alright, so the closest we got was a member of the police who was very, very close, but not quite. Good. I knew my community was on the up and up. They don't need to get blind drunk. The bonus was money there, I think. God damn it. Well, we're probably going to play him because we're going to have excess cash. I need to find the friggin' shop. We were too busy playing RimWorld to drink. Well, prior to Sora throwing up, I didn't do much. I've been painting some miniatures. That's how I spent most of New Year's Eve on my day off. I posted a picture of the Nightbringer for anyone who's curious just before the stream started over on Twitter. Not good light, obviously, because I didn't want to wait to show it off. It's a Finecast model, so, you know, it can't be super, super great because it's Finecast, and Finecast is very, very bad. But I kind of like how it came out. It has a kind of accidental painted world from Dark Souls type look that was not my intention, but it kind of just happened. And now I have Deathleaper, I would say like maybe 70% done. I need to touch it up a little bit and then apply washes, then base it, and then it's pretty much done. You're playing Dead by Daylight. Alright, fair enough. Mysterious Liquid. Relatively okay. You saw my battle report which you liked, but it was totally rigged. In what oh, this is terrible. In what manner was it totally rigged? Well, the range is fine, I guess. We got our damage we took back. We had the item room. Good to go. Oh, because you didn't like the outcome. I see. I'll be honest, going into it, I thought... Well, I'm going to spoil who won also. I honestly thought that I made the Death Guard list a little hyper-competitive compared to the Primaris one. Little did I realise that snipers, now that they're back to ballistic skill 3 and they can shoot characters even if they're behind an army of zombies, can actually do good work. Especially if they get to reroll all misses and then reroll ones of wounds to try for 6s, which do mortal wounds. I underestimated how OP Primaris battle line is if you have lieutenants and, well, either a captain or now Marnius, which is even better than a captain. Because honestly, when I was making that Death Guard list, I had it just all set up, like the The Psyker would move up the table with the huge horde of zombies. He'd buff their strength and toughness and like lower the chance to hit them. They'd survive long enough for him to get close to just smite everything. The demon princes would either be a distraction or they'd get up the field because the zombies would take the heat. I just did not understand the level of power that the battle line would have if you can just overcharge your Redemptor, Dreadnought and your Hellblasters every single turn and have no fear of them killing themselves. You little bitch. No, I don't want to have 2 colonies on the go with RimWorld. With only playing it once or twice a week, I'd forget what I was doing. That's partially why I haven't been playing my other colony that I've been playing off camera. A lot of people are playing RimWorld at the moment, it seems. Thank you, Butler Yemi, for 20 months in a row with Twitch Prime. I'll read your message after this room, which is going to give us some kind of bonus. More damage, was that? No, that must have been from the Targar, I think. Been a year since I watched you, but oh, I'm almost at a year of subs. Happy everything to everyone. That's very kind. Oh, thank goodness he wasn't a Death Beam one. Nightlight is such a wonderful item. It's very handy. It's just such a little thing that it does. Oh yeah, that was a major thing as well, having the Demon Prince murder himself, but murder himself in such a way that he creates a miniature black hole and hurts all his friends around him. I was not expecting that. And that was with a reroll as well. Double, like, rolled Snake Eyes. Oh, use a command point to reroll one of those ones, otherwise he sucks himself into Demon... Oh no. He perils and he takes D3 damage. So he reroll, becomes another one. Okay, well he takes D3 damage, takes a damn 3 hits. Gets sucked into a black hole. Oh, chat don't care. If they've managed to live through me talking about Batman for literally hours, I'm sure they can stand a little bit of 40k. D infinity. It's the D8 to start with, which we don't want. Well, I mean, it could potentially give us better stats, but I don't want to take the chance. Oh, look who it is! It's the Warframe Addict. Thank you, Valinar, for 28 months in a row Twitch Prime. What does Og? This year seems to be almost a full year. Someone called the Wabos. I didn't know Warframe spoke like that. See, I don't feel bad about everyone I've convinced to play RimWorld, but I do feel bad about getting an addict back on his drug. Because RimWorld will piss you off at some point with a collection of events, and then you'll be able to step away and be like, yep, I've had my fill. Because that's the kind of game RimWorld is. Warframe gets its hooks in. You will get bored eventually, but they've added a bunch of quests since we last played. Especially since you last played. Unless you've been grinding them off camera, I suppose. If you've not been waiting for me, then you will run out of things before I do. Or Final Fantasy XIV gets patched. Well, that's something else I do want to try, yeah, once Blue Mage is in. Although I'll see kind of like how it plays, what the reception to it is first, before I go reinstalling Final Fantasy XIV. It's a sack of mysteries. A mystery sack, one might say. Is this the Mom floor? Hell no. Well, we don't really need the shop. Let's have a look. One of your little dips was the first target. I don't want any part of this. I'm in too deep. I hate Brownie. We did a lot of damage though.
It don't matter. None of this matters.
I'm on the wrong tab on OBS. I don't know who that was. Hang on. Wrong tab. Hey, thank you, Philin. That's very generous. Protection money up front this month. Here's the extra I almost spent buying into the Warhammer miniatures. Oh no, you totally should have. I imagine no. I feel bad about getting people into 40k as well. It's a sickness. Feel it's better used than showing appreciation to you. For that $50, you could have bought a miniature. Maybe a good one. From Games Workshop. Ah, good grief. Sorry, clicked on the wrong window again. There we are. Don't use... Thank you, G Mama B, for 13 months in a row. Happy New Year to you too. Oh, I can kill Keybagger. So I will. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, you don't use OBS for 1 day. You come back, you don't remember how to use it at all. That was a good result. Because I wanted to keep Mystery Sec. And now Empty Vessel's working for us. This run just turned around. You can name your next almost good miniature after you. Yeah, that's fair. Damn, I was going to jump onto another topic there and I forgot what it was. What was it? Oh, I saw it was someone asking about the Batman comics. Yeah, my Batman comics for December did arrive, yes. I talked about them about a little bit, the Neil whoever it was special, and then the Gates of Gotham is what the other one was called. Why would you just walk into fire? You can fly, you can't walk over fire. God, it feels like I've been gone for a week. Birth roll. Remember when we had Keybagger, then I killed him? Me too. Those were a good time. I totally should have rerolled Blackbeam, because why the hell would I pick up Blackbeam? Last ditch effort to try and get something worthwhile. It's our last shop. Out of curiosity, Phelan, what models were you considering? Or what army, I guess, or single model if that was what you were more interested in. Whichever. Wait, did I actually do the death list there? Because I don't think I did. You're gonna go donate some more. No, we will no longer be donating any more. It's the same room. See, now this time I think I did do the kill order, but the game is saying I didn't. So I guess we'll call that even. So now our max is 9.73. It's not bad. You spent 3 hours looking at them. You always found the Tyranids and Necrons interesting. But you'd rather see the insides than play as filthy Xeno scum. Ew, that's when I pull on my collar. I play more heretical armies than I do loyalist. And, well... heretical / Xeno. Although I guess by default Xenos are considered to be heretical. Tower, a good choice if you like mechs. Or fish people, if you're just into them. Like you watched Shape of Water and really wanted to screw the fish as well. Hello Chotty, Happy New Year to you as well. Oh, you know what? I remember what the other full topic of conversation was after the answering the Batman question. It's tradition on the first Isaac run of a new year that I end up talking about first footing, and then it's also inevitable that someone will not know what I mean. Because either they weren't here last year when I explained it, or they just weren't here in general. So I'll wait for the next logical step, where someone asks what first footing is. Don, stop flaunting the fact that you're in the future. What's that? I have a bad memory. So what is first footing? Valnar says he was here, but he still doesn't know. First footing is when you go out on New Year's Day and it is your goal to be someone else's first footer, meaning that you are the first person to set foot in their home and wish them a happy new year. So the act of going first footing means you're visiting friends, family, in order to be the first ones to see them for the new year. Wish them well, shake hands, etc. So no, if you pass someone on the street, even if you know them, and you say like Happy New Year and all that stuff, that does not count as first footing because you did not step foot in their house. Also, someone visiting you in first footing does not mean that you first footed them. There's rules here, and you have to follow the rules, or it doesn't count. No, there's no personal gain. Could you, like, yep, thanks.
Range up.
Her range is 2 up, if you ask me. We can get up to 16 damage with the strength card, that's more like it. Bam, 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 bam. Ooh, Book of the Dead will take the risk on Dark Matter for a bit more damage and call that good and go. I'd first foot the neighbour's wife if you get my drift. That's gross. Does dragging them into your basement count as first footing? No. Thank you, G-Font, for 23 months in a row with Twitch Prime. Almost a full year of subbing to kick off the new year. Didn't someone literally just say that in chat? Yeah, you did. You said it in chat as a test run before doing it IRL. Because I was like, hang on a minute, I just read those words in my head. You better tested your phrase before you did it. Oh, it typed in the wrong box. I see how it is. Should have saved that for the cathedral. Thank you, Skull Rebel, for 19 months in a row. So mad that the 5th booster pack has yet to come to the Switch version. I wasn't aware any of them had come to the Switch version. You are aware that Niantic are incompetent, right? They don't know what they're doing. Wait. Yeah, I said... Wait, Niantic is the Pokemon Go people. Who are the people who make this? I mean, what I said about Niantic is still true. Nicholas, that's the one. Nicholas, it's close enough. They both have the same job description, of which they're bad at it. Nicholas Niantic. It's like Western Eastern. They're two brothers, yin and yang. Except their symbol is in the shape of the poop from Isaac. I think I will go down to the second secret room. It'd be a waste knowing now that we know where it is, rather. Although we always knew because we had blue map. So I was totally forgetting I picked up. What is this, almost a year meme? I don't know what you're talking about. Remember when we had Keyback? Nintendo, I mean. No, I don't mean Nintendo. Although, well, it's true of them as well. What is it with companies that have their name beginning with N?
Speed down.
Well, this bad trip is going to do nothing for us. And I gave myself Curse of the Maze. Hello, Vice President. I had a safe New Year's Eve. I did not have a nice New Year's Eve. Oh, I should have just skipped through the secret room. See you now! Now, come on, with a range as high as this, surely I can out-hit you. Nope, no I can't. Well, I'll just walk into you then. Thank you to Empty Vessel. Why do I have, like, the curse symbol on the back of my head? Was I misseeing that? I'm going to need to wait till the room's empty. That is... yeah, that's upside down, but it is the, like, devil symbol. Weird. No, thank you, Empty Vessel. We might as well try for Deathless then. Oh, demon baby. I wish Sacrificial Altar had taken you. Anyway, the other thing I did with my day off was I watched all the... well, I haven't watched all of them yet. But I watched most of the recorded live specials for Trailer Park Boys, the ones they did in... where did they go? In Places. I forgot that they shoot in every direction. And now I'm watching the... well, I've watched the full series where they go to various places in Europe and do challenges. And now I'm like halfway through watching the one that, like after where they did it in America as well. If you want to watch any of the live shows or like don't think they're your thing because they are a different format to the show, the Dublin one is very good. And it's got the most improv, it's got the most audience interaction. And I found it genuinely entertaining. The other live show ones, they're fine. Just fine. But these 2 seasons where they went to various places in Europe, like they went to Norway and tried that like rotting fish in a can that smells like the worst thing in the world. And those kind of things. That was, I guess, it's the direction they took it in because they couldn't do normal series anymore with the guy who played Leahy dying. It's kind of fun. They still get to have antics and they have direction because they get set challenges to try and do. Set by themselves because they own the company, but yeah. My favourite episodes of the regular seasons were definitely every time that Bubbles had his evil puppet. Chonky? Chopsky? Ooh. Damage down but tear rate up, so it's a little risky. I have not watched Impractical Jokers, no. But if that's like picking on the public and stuff, that is not what I'm into at all. Because everybody they're talking to in these trailer park specials where they're going around the world, they're all in on it, they're all being paid. They have a script, etc. Yeah, he has a puppet that he uses when he's very, very stressed called Chonky, I think. You can probably find clips of him using it on YouTube if I had to guess. But the thing is, Chonky is evil. It makes him say horrible things. And he does a very funny evil laugh with it. I'm sure if you put in like Trailer Park Boys chunky montage, you'll find like 50 million videos. It seems like the kind of thing that would already exist. Yes, puppets are always evil. I mean, look at Scarface as well. But it's evil in a fun way. And then he comes back in a later season as well as kind of like a zombie puppet because he got his head shot off. I would see, yeah, the surströmming, that's the rotting fish guts in a can that Norwegians trick people into thinking they eat in order to make them try it just so they'll puke. They did open it outside, and it's definitely not fake. One of them is just constantly on the brink of, as we see here, boking. And then eventually does just puke. Here we have the expression, don't eat that, it'll give you the boke. Which means, don't eat that, it will make you throw up.
Speed up puberty.
Speed up puberty? Please, I need you to hit in. It should have happened years ago. No, surströmming is a practical joke played on the rest of the world by Norwegians because they're bastards. To trick foreigners into trying, so then they can laugh about us eating raw fish in the background. Raw, rotten fish. It's Swedish? I could have sworn it was from the Norwegian episode. Maybe it was from the Sweden episode. I mean, let's face it, they're both basically the same. I mean, look at Zeppo and then look at Kort. Is there any discernible difference? But we'll throw Finland into there as well. Is there any discernible difference between those three? Kurt will remember this? No, he won't. My resolution is to be a scandalist. About very mundane things, perhaps, yeah. Oh, good. Well, we got puberty, which means we're not going to have empty vessel anymore, so that was a bit of a mistake, but I did it knowingly. We do still have one more deal with the devil. Maybe. 40% chance. Speaking of which, is there any like real New Year's resolutions people will have? You don't mind sharing? Like, what are your resolutions for 2019 or your goals? Isaac. Oh yeah, I've got the super deep voice now. Puberty, speed up. It did. It really did. Hey, we got the roll. No thank you, Delirium. Heavy's Paw doesn't really do anything for us. I just wanted rid of it so that we would have invincibility. To entirely stop backseat gaming. I'm sure some streamers are okay with it. Those fools. No, Scotland is not just North England. We are vastly different. You should have compared us to the Irish. We're less discernibly different to the Irish. To the point where Americans can't tell the difference between the accents. Your New Year's resolution is to sleep more, that's fair. Make time to play games more. That could potentially backfire. Oops. I don't even understand what having a reroll machine in these places does. Actually, maybe you can become an item? Nope. Instead of gaming, you're full of unwanted advice, especially about relationships. That is a minefield. That sack was a result of Death's List there. Stop butchering the mailmen? Wow, you only go after the mailmen, huh? It's pretty sexist. It's so exciting. Be meddling with people's relationships. It's dangerous. Ooh. Oh, well. We only have one gup item, so I can't. You know what, since we got the teleport, I might have spirit hearts. No. Okay, I'll try it. Damn. Poison hot bombs, I guess, is a thing that we now have. And that's Zeppo for relationship advice too. Have both of you been happily married for at least 10 years? Not together, I mean in general. That would have generated a shop, right? No. The situation that we're in right now, the monkey's paw will actually do stuff for us, so we should hold on to it. Gives us another 5 free black hearts, or spirit hearts. Terrible room. Although with the skull above the ghosts, I can tell where at least one of them are. Did I get all the hands? Nope. Yes, I believe I have now. You didn't say good advice. That is very fair. There's no way I was going to get Deathless on this side. I was panic firing at just the one that was charging me. Will cernate me out. Oh, I think Not Love knew exactly what he was doing there, Zappel. I think he might have just been baited, as they say on Twitch. Oh, chat, I'm sure I could have guessed what all of you were doing on your New Year's Eve, because of course all of you were watching Twitch's New Year's Eve stream from Times Square, where everybody from New York gathers every year, where they had to be subjected to seeing a Twitch streamer live, because that's the thing they know about. Was that as awesome as it sounded in those ads that were forced on people? Sorry, Isaac, I just want to make sure you don't beat me here, so... We're just going to cheat and use ouches. There weren't any toilets? No, there was at least one on stage. Didn't it start raining as well? That was nice. Look, all I saw of it was an exceptionally cringy clip on Reddit. But I don't know why Twitch thought they should have posted it at, like, Times Square, New York. Maybe they thought they were more well known than they are. We don't have high luck. My reflection probably is not a good idea. Yeah, we'll ignore those two. It's the worst thing ever. There was an Ask Reddit about it. Well, keeping in mind I can't say too much because making fun of other Twitch streamers is against the terms of service. What did the Ask Reddit say about it? Was it good? Was it the opposite of good? Or with friends playing games and watching fireworks. That's a good way to spend New Year's Eve. That's how you knew people were wearing adult diapers. That's... yeah, that is the thing. I also read that apparently they lock it down when it's almost time, so even if you wanted to leave early, you couldn't. I did also read something else that was quite funny, kind of tangentially connected to this. I don't know if it's true, so I'm looking, I'm not stating that this happened. I'm asking if anybody knows for sure whether or not it did. I heard that the official Fortnite Twitter was giving out Happy New Year's, and many young Americans who don't realise that there's different time zones in the world were making fun of the Twitter account for posting it early when in fact they were doing it for China, Australia, Europe, etc. Everybody who gets it first before America. I was just curious if anyone knew for a fact whether or not that was true. Glass cannon. We're almost at the point where I could get away with it. Sounds about right. There are designer adult diapers in Japan due to how old the population is. Why do they have to be designer? Am I right about how Monkey's Paw works in that when we go down to this half spirit heart, we have 5 more hits because it will give us 5 more, 1 for each finger and thumb? Because if not, we're screwed. I was kind of banking on it, honestly. Especially with rooms like this. We really need one of these to die, but we're not doing as much damage as we apparently have. Oh, that is not how... oh no, it paid out. One of the fingers curled. I didn't realise you had to pick it up. I thought it just paid out the spirit heart. So that's an added worry. Although we have invincibility when we get hit. Calvin Klein adult diapers. Thank you, empty vessel. People like fancy shit. Are you being literal in the case of adult diapers, or...? It's only 3 times? How many... wait. I don't know how many paws... how many fingers are on a paw of a monkey in real life. I assumed it was the same as human. Maybe it's not. I don't want to use this until the 3 fingers have been used up then. Of course the one that we had to kill first was the one that got scared and ran a mile. Should have just saved that. tears are all going at different speeds because of nightlights sometimes being on and sometimes not. Vessel, I really need you to kind of work. Or I could just slow him down forever and then maybe his tears won't reach me. Oh, thank you. Okay, we'll win. No, I'm not interested in Diablo 2. See you in hell! Hello, Rash, you got here just in time for the end of the first Isaac run of 2019. For those on YouTube, I hope you enjoyed. And we'll see you next time. Ta for now.